Hey everybody, I'm Jimmy Rance. I want to tell you a little something that happened to me today. This is no joke. It may sound kind of weird, but I bet this has happened to you. I hope not. And it's scary. It's really scary when this happens. Now, y'all know this is kind of about some health stuff. Okay. But hey, getting older is a motofoco. Let me tell you something. Growing older ain't for sissies. That's a fact. Well, this morning, whenever I woke up, my chest was very tight, very unusually kind of tight. It felt like I had a bad chest cold, but I don't have a chest cold. And when I breathe, when I inhale, it's that mentholatum flavor that comes up from the sternum up through the throat out of my mouth. I kind of told y'all that the other day. That's been happening, and with the post nasal drip and the puffy cheeks, which we believe is an adverse reaction to some medication that I'm taking called lisinopril. A very low dose, but still, I've been on this stuff for probably about a year, but man, I believe it's just wreaking havoc on my body. Well, anyway, whenever I woke up this morning, I didn't feel right, and it made me nervous. So I'm laying there and I'm thinking, oh, Lord, I don't want to have a heart attack. Is that what's going on? Do I have pneumonia? What's going on here? So anyway, I got out of bed and I said, maybe if I just get up, maybe I'll feel better. And so then after that, I said, well, I was really, man, my heart was just beating, boom, boom, boom. Whenever you get kind of nervous, you're anxious, you've got anxiety. It's like a panic attack, I guess. But you have to differentiate between everything. Am I having a heart attack? Did pneumonia come back? What's going on? Or is this just some kind of anxiety crap? And it's real. Whenever you're having anxiety, whatever you're experiencing, you mentally are experiencing it because it's taken over. So I'm trying to figure all this stuff out really, and I'm by myself. I'm all by myself, and I don't have I don't have a nurse to turn to anymore. It's just me. And my rat terrier, he's not a very good physician. But anyway, I said, well, look, let me go get some coffee. I got to have my coffee in the morning, like probably most of us do. So I fixed myself a nice thing of coffee. 1 cup, only drink 1 cup a day. And then I walked in there and I went into my den and I sat down in my little room, where I sit in my little, kind of my leather reclining chair, whatever you call it. And I still couldn't break off this feeling that I was experiencing. And I was very worried. I was very anxious. And so it got to be such a point of where I was so anxious that now I'm getting anxious because I'm anxious, if you know what I mean. It's weird. I know this is, but this really happened. This ain't no joke. I think, man, what in the heck is going on? And then boom, this light bulb went off in my head. And it's something that I remember my dad telling me. He goes, son, let me tell you something about a heart attack. A heart attack don't play around. It's just boom, it's on you. So I thought, well, it ain't on me. And I've probably been up for maybe 15 minutes by now, and I'm okay. I'm nervous. My heart's kind of beating a little faster. My breathing's a little elevated. Again, because I'm nervous. I'm nervous. So I said, well, you know what? I need to do something. Now, this is the reason I want you to watch this video, really, because I know how to fix this crap. If this happens to you, I got the fix, I think. Or you can do something similar. But anyway, I got out of my chair and very slowly, I got up very slowly, took a deep breath. I didn't want to sometimes you get up too fast, you feel like you're going to pass out or something. At least I do every blue moon. So anyway, I walked into the kitchen, and on the way in the kitchen, I grabbed my crock pot, and I put my crock pot on the counter over there. And then I diced up an onion, 2 onions. And I chopped them up kind of, not real small, but I chopped them up and I laid them all on the bottom of the, the bottom of the crock pot. And then after I did that, I went into the, petting my dog, I went into the refrigerator and I pulled out about a 2.5, 2 3/4 pound chuck roast because I was going to make a pot roast. So I put that in the pan and I seared it all around to both sides, back and front, seared it real nice. And I put it in my crock pot. Now I'm still having the trouble. I'm still like, man, I don't feel like doing this, but I got to do something because later on, if I survive and don't have a heart attack, sometime today I'm going to be hungry. So then, once I laid that pot roast, there's a moral to the story here. Just hang in there with me. You're going to love this. It's beautiful. So what I did is I sprinkled some of this stuff. It's called Crazy Jane's. It's a good seasoning. I sprinkled I can't measure that now. I just sprinkled it on there, a good shot of it. Then after I did that, I put a whole pack of this stuff on here. This, was that Lipton's, whatever this is, this onion stuff. And I took it, I shook it, and I poured it all over the top of that roast, And then after I did that, I hit it with some pepper. I said, man, I got to have some pepper. So I got some pepper, and I sprinkled a nice dose of pepper all over that joker. And then, after I did all that, I'm still freaking out, man. I'm like, man, I got to get my head together. I mean, am I having a panic attack? Am I having a heart attack? Do I have pneumonia? Or do I just have a side effect from this lisinopril? I got to figure all this crap out. So then the last thing I did is I grabbed 2 cans of this stuff, this beef broth, and I poured it all around the roast. 2 cans of this stuff. I didn't pour it on top. I wanted those onion and seasoning and all that stuff to be on top. So then I put the lid on and I turned it on high. I'm still feeling like crap. Wonder what in the hell's going on. Man, I feel bad. I mean, when I take a breath, when I inhale, it's still that, that menthol, that Vicks Vapor Rub feeling. And I've had that for quite a while. I really have. Actually, I've had it since last May. So anyway, I did all that, got the crock pot on high, put the lid on it, and I went back to the den. That's in there where I usually have my Christmas villages and stuff like that. And I sat down in my chair for a while, and I said, let me go to YouTube. Maybe that'll help me. I got to calm down. I gotta figure this out. I got to figure it out. Either I'm going to figure this out or I'm going to have to call 911. I'm serious. I was that nervous about this crap. Isn't this a wonderful story? But it's true. This is just a day in Jimmy Rand's life, really. So about an hour passed. I've been kind of talking to some of you guys and writing comments and, doing all that fun, exciting stuff. And all of a sudden, my nose, I could smell something. And I'm smelling this beef broth. And I'm smelling that well-seasoned roast. And I'm starting to actually smell it. And once I started to smell it, I got up and I went into the kitchen here again. And I wanted to look at the roast, and it looked like it was doing beautiful. So I turned it on low. It was on high, and I turned it on low because I want to cook this about 8 hours. I want it to just fall to pieces, I like roast like that. Well, then I trucked myself back in the in the den, and I sat down, and I started feeling a little better. I started smelling that roast. And I guess in some weird way, I got excited about the roast. And I mean, that panic attack or that anxiety, it just shot right out of my ass. It was over. It was over. The trick to anxiety and have panic attacks is you need to go make a roast. I know this sounds stupid. It worked for me. Now, if you're a vegetarian, I don't know what you're going to do. I really don't. If you're having bad panic attacks and stuff, I don't know what y'all going to do. But maybe you can eat a Boca burger. That might work. I don't know. Have you ever tried one of those nasty things? I don't like this. Like with vegetarian, here you are, a vegetarian. I don't like meat. So what do? You go buy something that's a fake steak. or a fake hamburger or a fake hot dog. If you want meat, eat meat. Come on, man, get right. But anyway, the trick to getting over a panic attack, I guess that's what I was having, I guess, is make a roast. And then later on, I'm going to make some mashed potatoes, and I'm going to take out the roast and put it on a nice plate or something. And then I'm going to strain that juice that's in the crock pot, all that beef broth and stuff, and I'm going to hit it with a little bit of Wondra. And I'm going to whisk that and make a nice gravy, and then I'm going to pour that all over the mashed potatoes. I'm going to have the shredded beef on there, and that's going to be my supper tonight. And tomorrow I'm probably going to have roast beef sandwiches. Okay, so that's my story about that. Look, we did this poll question today. You guys are probably going to regret it, but I learned how to do poll questions today, and it was fun. I asked some crazy stuff. I think I asked, are you a prepper? Yes or no, or what's a prepper? That was pretty fun. I didn't get a lot of response. That's okay, but I got some response, and I appreciate it. Then I asked something else, but I can't remember. I asked something about my hair. Like, what should I do with it? I forgot all the choices. Like, should I do a layer cut? Should I do a, I don't know, whatever the poll question things were, that's what I asked. Should I do a buzz cut, like a, not a G.I. Joe, but a G.I. Jim cut, like a military buzz cut? And then I just said something, I believe, like I asked her, should I just let it grow? Just let it grow and just be like a natural old geezer that I am. So look, when I do these poll questions, if you see it, I'd appreciate it if you would participate in it. And let me tell you something else. Whenever you are on my channel and you're answering a poll question, I don't know who it is. Nobody knows who is participating. YouTube tries to protect your privacy. So if I ask some questions, and I have a question that I want to ask the ladies later on, I don't know, I may not do it. Don't be afraid to be honest and answer this question that I'm going to ask. It'll probably be in the future. I can't do it right now because it'll make me look like a total moron. But I think it would be fun, and I'm very interested in this poll question that I kind of have in my mind. It concerns me, and it concerns women. I like that. Well, anyway, listen, guys, I'm going to let you go. Remember, the trick to getting over a panic attack and anxiety, go make a roast. It'll help you out, man. It probably will. I took a picture of my roast way back, many hours ago. So it kind of looks stupid, but I think I'm going to use that as my thumbnail, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Well, thank you for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. You don't know, man. I really enjoy you guys talking with me. One other little thing before I go. I know this video, it just goes on and on and on. But that's on one poll. That's what y'all said that y'all kind of like. That's another one I think I asked you. Like, what kind of crap do y'all like on this channel? You want to talk about prepper stuff? Do you want whatever I said? You can't answer. You like a little mix of stuff, or do you like the little Cracker Barrel? How we sit like now? This is what I call like we're sitting around the Cracker Barrel and we're all friends. Well, some of us are. And we're just shooting the breeze. And that's what we're doing. We're just having a good time, together. We're fellowshipping. And this is what I do, believe it or not. This is pretty much my social life. When my wife passed away, my world changed. So this is what I do now until I can get my act together. So thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it, guys. And but that thumbnail I'm going to put on, that is my little roast. But I wish I would have waited and maybe take a picture now. It looks a lot different and a lot better. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you being here, really. I'm Jimmy Rance.